Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Big thanks to our sponsors, Brain Gear, Asus ROG, and Twitch. Of course, big thanks to you guys for sticking around. We got game number 3 coming your way here in just a second. I am going to need to take a brief moment to make sure that I have the right overlay arenas here, as I need to check this out. And here we go. Let's go ahead and go into picks and bans for game number 3. It is actually 1-1 right now. So that means that once we update the scores and swap our sides, we should be good to go. And indeed we are. So here we are, all of us together for game 3, and you can see the bans coming out. No surprises there. They're the exact same, except now Northwestern are triple banning Wafflemeister. They're like, man, we thought we were gonna hurt you by banning out Azir and Zerath for both games, but turns out you can play Orianna, surprisingly enough. So now what you gonna do? Wafflemeister, balls in your court. Haha, PK leader still going with the Gragas, so no surprises there. But is it Aurelion Sol? No. Unfortunately, Aurelion Sol is banned this week. So hopefully the teams know that and will not be going for it again. Otherwise, we'll have to remake it. And man, here we go. Padraical is actually going to take... Man, this is all about taking AD carry champions, man. If you want to take my Lucian, I'll take your Ezreal. So Padraical is going to take that one away from Kansas City. Interesting to see. Oh, there is the dredge line again for the dredge line again. But Nautilus, very, very good last game. Actually caught out Ezreal a couple of times and really helped take him down for the push that wound up winning Southern Illinois that last game. But still very, very similar picks here. Troncat Lulz, like the Udyr, going to go back for it again with his Elise band. And Trundle did work pretty well top lane, but now, oh man, what's the counter to Trundle? We're going to find out if it is actually the now newly nerfed Fiora. Not necessarily sure that that is a great champion to go with, now that she actually just works less well against chunking through tanks with true damage. But Fiora is still Fiora. She still does Fiora things. She's just not quite as strong as she used to be. Hovering over it, you know it's going to be a tank matchup in the top lane for Grande Derp. But I don't know, what I was looking forward to is seeing Desaltifier's Thresh again, man. That guy was putting up some pretty big hooks in game number 1. So we are still waiting and waiting for that lock-in. Wow, it's going to be a Syndra. Okay, all right, let's go. Wafflemeister saying, all right, no Azir, no Zerath, no Orianna. We're going for Syndra, and it is going to be a Syndra into a Kassadin. Now, I'm pretty sure that Padraical could have seen the Kassadin pick coming, or that Wafflemeister could have seen the Kassadin pick coming, as been here every game, or every game so far in this series. So maybe go for something like I don't know, Yasuo, Zed, Talon, something mid lane AD that can put it to Kassadin, who's not an incredibly strong early laner, so you can really kind of abuse that. Used to be that you would run things like Pantheon and Renekton into Kassadin in the mid lane, but nobody really plays those champions, especially not mid lane anymore. So Syndra, a lot of harass there, definitely a lot of crowd control if you want to scatter a bunch of balls, scattering the weak as well, or meek I suppose as it is. Weak is Renekton smooth, but either way, interesting champion choice. And seeing the Fiora pick up, that means that for Taburu, he's actually going to be the guy that's has the onus put on him to win that matchup aggressively. So we may see some lane swaps here to try to keep that Fiora down. If we don't, that's going to be really cool to watch. And then you have to factor in the jungles when they come in. Much better game in game 2 by Haha PK leader. He definitely put up some big numbers. and I'm super excited to see game number 3, which should be coming your way here in just a second. So you guys don't want to miss that. I know I don't want to miss it, so I hope you guys are ready for some for our final game of the night. The best League of Legends action you've ever seen tonight. Maybe. So here we go. We're looking for probably one of the best games. I'm super really looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are too. Big thanks to our sponsors before we head out to a quick commercial break, though. Twitch, Brain Gear, and Asus Republic of Gamers. They have made it possible to bring us here to game number 3, and it's going to be exciting to watch, so make sure to stick around. My name is Rapid, and hope you guys have been enjoying the production here tonight. If you do, make sure to hit us up on social media at CStarLeague, cstarleague.com, or Collegiate Star League on Facebook. Thanks for watching. Stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are ready for the last game of the night. Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville takes on Northwestern University. Let me hit that X button so we can see the items starting out for both sides. It's going to be an aggressive start for Fiora and for Taburu up in the top lane. No surprises there, going up against a Trundle Cran Derp. It's going to be super exciting to watch. I am pumped. Hope you guys are too. May or may not have drinking precisely 2 monsters in that break. So I'm super pumped and ready to go. Sleeping after this, not an option, but who cares? This game is gonna be great. So let's check it out. Got a little bit of a tour de force through that bottom jungle, checking things out there, making sure it's a safe start for Ha PK leader. Southern Illinois University set themselves up on the bottom half of the map. And the top half start for Troncat Lulz. This has been the same situation we've seen pretty much every game, where jungler will start on the top half of the map from the duo so that they can take the jungle camp early on. And unfortunately, actually, I was going to say unfortunately, but Haha PK Leader's actually just going to use his smite on... actually, yeah, he did smite the Krugs to make them easier to take. So that, yeah, both duo lanes will have the benefit of additional experience from their experience down here in the bottom lane. So they're both going to hit level 2 at the same time, provided that they kill the same number of minions. Just pushing as fast as possible. But I think it's actually, yeah, going to be that level 2. Desaltifier a little bit behind. Going to need one more to pick that one up. One more to pick that one up. How long is it going to take this guy to get level 2? Yeah, there we go. All right. Well, anyway, top lane, we're going to see some struggles early on from Fiora, but from the first, like, 1.5 items, and especially at level 6, that's going to be where you got to look for the comeback. Because keep in mind, Subjugate's not really that valuable for Grand Derp. You're going to steal away very few tank stats from Taburu. So when you hit that, it's only 20%, or it's 20% initially of your maximum health, and then 40% of their defensive stats. So if you have maybe, say, it's really going to only matter for armor up here. If you have, say, 50 armor and you steal 40% of that, then oh no, you gain like, you know what, 15 armor. Whoop-de-doo. Either way, and Fiora does true damage, so you're like, hey, what's that armor? What does it do? So I'm excited to see this. I love watching games where Fioras do well in competitive play. I hate watching it when they do well in solo queue, because it's just a nightmare to deal with. Fiora has been nerfed slightly. She now does only 2% champion max health from popping vitals, instead of 3%, which I believe it was before the patch, or nerf, so... Some things to watch out for. Death Sentence just barely tickling Patriacal there. He could have disjointed it with an arcane shift, so I don't think he's too worried about that. Meanwhile, I guess some of the lanes we haven't really talked about include the mid lane, where it's pretty much just going to be farming early on from Syndra. She does have a harass disadvantage. She has a sustained disadvantage, or a harass advantage, sustained disadvantage. So she is going to have to watch out for her mana, because Uncle Sam will actually have a little bit more of that. And, of course, he can get mana back with his Nether Blade. Does have to watch out for Haha PK Leader, but does spot him out. So everything's safe and sound. And as far as jungle pressure, Troncat Lulz is probably going to win the jungle matchup 1v1. He's playing a more aggressive champion, especially early game. Gragas traditionally has to buy a little bit more AP before he's pretty useful. And I think we're all really happy for that, because if you played when AP Gragas was a thing, you wound up dying a lot to him just kind of busting you. So no one wants to be a buster. So gotta thank our lucky stars that Gragas is now a jungle champion instead of an AP mid-burst mage. So I think we've worked down every matchup. We can kind of go through team compositions. When it comes to ways to start fights, it's a little bit questionable. Oh man, we got the big one up top lane. Oh, the first, what? What's happening? I'm so confused. So many flashes. In the end, it's Taburu who winds up going down. He's trying to get that last auto proc the vital, flash out, and let Haha PK Leader finish the fight. But look at Grand Derp. He fought that fight, got low, and then because Fiora died right next to him, he winds up getting most of his health back thanks to his passive that gives you, I think, 2% of the opponent's max health back. It's just actually ridiculous. Crazy, insane, good start there for Grand Derp, and now... this is where we're starting to see some struggles. Oh, Arcane Shift backwards. Oh, the Piercing Light connects with Ezreal even through the Arcane Shift. Beautiful to see. And while both top laners are going to be going for Tiamat, only one is able to complete it. That's Grande Derp. He picks that one up first. And, oh, man, force the flash out, force the summoner to heal. Both summoners used there by Patriacal. He is out of there. And more importantly, kind of out of the running for being on top of bottom lane, which just kind of sounds weird to say. So Fiora comes top lane, quick shove on the lane, and it might actually just recall here instead of trying to put on pressure, because there's not really a whole lot he could have done. And yeah, probably just going to recall for Tiamat, because he knows he can't fight that. Oh, bottom lane trying to go for the dive. There's a death sentence. It will land onto the dredge line. We do have a teleport coming in here from Taburu, looking to aid the bottom lane, but needs some committal, man. Just help the guy out. It's a 4v4, but with 2 very low health bars. Definitely don't want to overcommit there. Teleport down to the bottom lane, but oh, here comes Waffle Meister. Waffling it up there, looking for 1 kill, maybe actually looking for a second. Oh, there's the attempt at the slope, but doesn't even need a double kill. Waffle Meister popping the mastery icon. This guy had triple bans against him. They even took the Orianna away that he had been playing consistently through both games 1 and 2. And he picks up the Syndra, double kills on the bottom lane. He's like, what's up, guys? I'm actually literally the Waffle Meister. Oh, feels good, man. Walks back to mid lane, mates might need to reconsider that, but still turns the damage right back around for a pretty even trade. And sure, he did go double Doran's rings, which means he's kind of sacrificing the gold value later on. Gonna have to sell those, but man, this early game power paying off. And I've had so many people say, I don't know if you guys have friends that are like backseat leaguers. Like, you're sitting there playing, and they're like, oh, what game are you playing? Oh, it's League of Legends. I play League of Legends. Let me tell you how to play it, too. I'm just like, dude, chill out. Been around the block a few times. Just, let me play. They're like, well, why'd you buy 2 Doran's rings? Don't you know that's not gold efficient? I'm like, well, actually, it's super gold efficient early on. If you can turn that into kills, then it turns out that, it works out. It's pretty good gold efficiency. You buy items, you kill champions. Makes sense, right? So now we're back to a little bit of a stalemate, although I will still say that Waffle Meister is going to be looking to put on a lot of aggressive pressure. Scatter the Weak, back up and available. Unleash Power, let me check out that damage. Damage for Sphere is 110. So it's pretty ridiculous. So the max damage is, what, 330? 331 to be precise. So super looking forward to that. Mid lane matchup. It's been a while since I've seen a good Syndra, and oh, here comes Grandin Derp. Definitely trying to put down the damage. It actually does pop that Vital with it, so trying to turn it back around, but oh, there's the Death Sentence, there's the box, the Titan's Wrath, not actually blocking out all that much damage, and there it is, the Nautilus out of there. Dredge line will go down here, but here comes Strongcat Lulz trying to turn this one back around. Waffle Meister turning it at the damage, but it's not going to be enough to save her life. Almost gets the 2v1 with a kill there onto Uncle Sam, but oh man, we got kills in the top lane, which means time to rewind. Take a look at this instant replay. Haha, PK leaders taking out the ward and looking to turn this one back around. Taburu dashing. We're going to see a grand challenge go down. Will he go back in? Pops 2 vitals, but gets chomped on. Grounded Dirt, probably nowhere to go, but with a pillar coming out, that is gonna be his great escape. A grand challenge, an even better escape, and Grounded Dirt comes out on top again. Promise he's not trolling. Man, what a play there. Able to come out of that situation alive. And I just cannot stress how good Trundle's passive is. You get 2% whenever an enemy unit dies near you. And that's of max health. And even though Fiora doesn't have a ton of max health, you're still getting a champion's health worth of damage coming back at you. So super great play in the top lane by Grande Derp. He's countering that Fiora play, which was meant to be a counter to him. And it's definitely working out. Notice that you'll probably see the more damage-focused Trundle build now. Because if you want to build that tanky Trundle, it's pretty bad if you build Titanic Hydra. Because if you build Titanic Hydra, then you not only deal less damage, because you only get 35 damage from just the AD stat on it, but you also build more max health, which means you take more true damage from Fiora too. So I definitely like the idea of just going for a more aggressive build there. Oh man, actually really good trade there by Taburu. Needs to make sure that he doesn't take too many auto attacks. Should probably dash around to pop that Vital, but just needs to survive, stay alive. But unfortunately, these extended trades are not going to work out for Taburu, because he's just too far behind at this point. He's down a pickaxe in a matchup where you're going to be doing auto attack trades. It's not going to work out, man. The Dredge line walking. He's on a tour right now. He's just kind of chilling, walking around the jungle. It's like, man, I see some trees of green, skies of blue. I don't even know how that song goes, so forget that. But he's making his way up to the top lane to maybe try to turn this lane around. 3-man ganks, they're pretty effective, and as a top lane main myself, really hope we see some MIA pings coming out. But as far as mid lane goes, well, that's working out great. Saw 2 kills, and yes, sure, Wafflemeister did die, but he's still in a great spot. Morel and Omicron completed ahead of schedule, ahead of his lane opponent. And after walking all the way top lane, Dredgeline now walking all the way mid lane. Just kind of chilling out, man. Not really sure what he's trying to accomplish here, but oh, Truncat Lulz is counter jungling those raptors away and taking the long lantern out. Mid lane, though, we got the all-in, the Ignite ticking down. Those champions exist to be broken there, and we also have more action going on in the bottom lane. Apologies if you guys feel like you're going on a roller coaster ride. I kind of spun the scroll wheel a little bit much there. We'll be working on it as we get through, but man, mid lane, oh man. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Getting kills, but now turning around and almost getting caught out by Thresh and Udyr as they ran back into the mid lane. But with no Kassadin, he's still just now respawning. Mid lane turret not going to respawn. He is out of there. I don't know if you guys ever played, I think it was Dawn Gate, where the turrets would actually respawn after a while, kind of like inhibitors. It's kind of a weird mechanic, but rest in peace. Definitely. I know actually a lot of people from Waystone moved over and actually now work at Riot, so glad to see little bits of that come out. And now we have Bard, which is basically the Waystone champion. Grinded Derp, gonna go ahead and drop down that, gonna get extra health from Subjugate, but look at Taburu. He's putting out a lot of damage, gonna get that last proc flash. He's gonna get the heal, but I'm not sure if he can actually find the kill. He actually might find it if he dashes into there for that vital, but there's so many more champions coming down. He's gotta get a lot of damage down to help his team out here. Truncat Lulz with a lot of health missing. There's the flash. Kassadin coming around for the tour de force. Up at the top, like, look at that stun. Massive 4-man Scatter the Meek. Or Scatter the Weak. It's called the Meek. Yeah, all right, we're scattering, but man, what an incredible. Okay, yeah, just Grag Assault that. No worries on that. Probably still gonna lose the turret thanks to Trundle and all much damage he does, but are gonna make them take a lot of health damage. Actually, no, they're not gonna be able to take the turret. It's a little bit too early for that kind of shenanigans, but off the next wave it should fall. I was trying to mix too many skill names there. It's definitely Scatter the Weak. It's like I got stuck because I mentioned Renekton earlier on. I love how it makes the Northern Cross right there before he recalls. That Kassadin skin is so sick. Ugh. And I've gotten to see it like 3 games in a row, man. It's my lucky day. Time for Baron. No, just kidding. It's 13.5 minutes in. Just gonna go for Mr. Rift Scuttlerino, and this is Southern Illinois University going for it. And in game 1, they gave up three Rift Heralds. But since then, have managed to take, I think, every single Rift Herald in game 2 and now game 3 as well. So definitely putting the pressure or putting the focus on getting those global objectives early. They've taken a tower, a Rift Scuttler. They are, however, down 3 kills with Northwestern starting to maybe get some shades of game number 1, where they won their top lane matchup super hard, they won their mid lane matchup super hard, but what's different this game is that mid is actually super even. If you check out the gold count between both mid laners, you actually notice there's about a 700 gold advantage for Wafflemeister. His 3-in-1 needlessly large rod purchased, but I think he's got to play a little bit more of a team coordination kind of game here. So I'm not totally sure what's going on. I really like what Taburu is doing with his build here, because he's building, he built the Tiamat, which is now changed with this patch 6.6. So you get the AoE damage idea from just buying the Tiamat. You don't have to upgrade it past that. So if you're saying, hey, I need to get through some armor coming my way, let's just stop at the Tiamat and then build into the Black Cleaver. Really like that idea. Could even get like a I'm trying to think what else would be a good build path. Maybe tech more towards a Yomu's Ghostblade if you really want to go for armor penetration, like, and you need it faster. But either way, Taburu should be able to salvage that lane, even though he's having some struggles. The lifesteal from Granderp, though, may make that impossible. I'll have to see some trades to assess that situation. All right, getting rehydrated. We're in for the long haul. It's gonna be about 3.5 hours of solo casting by the time this game is done. So we're just trying to enjoy every single minute of it. And to be fair, these teams are making it easy, giving us lots of good fights there. Death Sentence lands, Dredge Line positioning, maybe looking for a Dredge Line, trying to clear out that pink ward, but man, you guys got to get in this. The fight is starting to raise there. Uncle Sam actually taking down below half health. This dragon also down below half health. Will we see any engages on it? Looks like it is actually going to get taken away by Southern Illinois. University Edwardsville, they will grab the dragon, and that means that their focus on objective control this game has been pretty complete. Now, the one downside to that is that they've lost their three outer turrets, so while they've been able to take objectives, sure, they've also been able to lose them, and so they've lost the first dragon, pick up the second one, but those outer turrets are really going to be something that they have to work on, and are probably going to have to work on as a team now, instead of just getting them for free from winning games, or from winning lane. Continual trades up here. That would have been a good riposte opportunity to riposte the Chomp and then go in for more. Instead, just using it like that. That was not a good riposte opportunity. But all coming in immediately. Pops that grand challenge. Trying to get the damage down here on Udyr. Is it going to be enough? No. Takes the lantern back out of there. Could still turn around for damage, and they do. Taburu being gifted the kill there. Almost so much burst there from Syndra. Jeez, that is it's a lot of damage. That's what I like to call damage. Volume 21. Wafflemeister putting up some big performances and really just I want to say almost single-handedly keeping his team in the game. It's a little bit ridiculous to see how well he's able to roam with his team, but honestly, a little bit of that is Troncat Lulz not knowing what to expect when he roamed top lane. Walked into the brush, Syndra's like, hey, an Udyr. Imagine that. Imagine my surprise. Takes him out, and that's the 4th kill of the game on the board for Southern Illinois. Starting to have a little bit of downtime. I'm actually a little bit behind live thanks to some of my instant replays, so we're going to speed it up just a little bit. Might have had a little bit of a fight there, but it's kind of heating up around the mid lane. We've got everybody sort of tending to here. Ezreal still bottom, Farmerinoing. He's playing some Stardew Valley down here. It's just like, hey, let me kill some minions. Let me kill some minions. He's killing some minions. Isn't that super exciting? The answer is no. I don't know if you guys have ever watched like Stardew Valley or like Farmville kind of like streams. It might be fun to play, but it's I don't know. I don't have fun watching that. I'm just like, hey, you're playing a single player game and you're just kind of walking around. Cool. Well, that's what we're kind of watching right now. So let's take this opportunity to speed ourselves all the way back up to live. All right, and here we go. Whoa, right as I try to do that, we get obliterated mid lane. Wafflemeister, unlucky positioning up there, way too far forward. Gets taken down, gets punished. Now the Rotato up towards the top half of the map. The big minion wave here, and Fiora unable to clear that one out. Rift Herald's not the only thing that's going to die as that top lane 2nd tier turret goes down in Northwestern. Is able to take that one out. We are actually all the way back up to live currently, so just to get that out of the way. 2nd tier turn in the mid lane. What's happening on these rotations? Pretty questionable by Southern Illinois. Just not there to defend either one of their 2nd tier turrets at all. I mean, losing your mid laner is going to be rough, but at some point you got to cram your champions in the lane and stick to it. Red buff trying to get stolen away is successfully defended there, as it's probably going to be gifted over here to Ezreal. Dryacle going to pick that one up. 0-0-0, the Ezreal score. I venture to say that we've all seen our fair share of those, where, I mean, sure, Ezreal trying to stick in it, just dropping down in CS, dropping down in just kill participation, and really 80 carries were the ones that put up big performances in Game 2. And in fact, for Northwestern, even though they lost Game number 2, when KC Royals were down, really far behind. His Ezreal play was really essential to getting them back into the game, and even though they lost, he still put up some pretty big numbers. So this time around, even though the mid laners are kind of on parity, when it comes to the 80 carries, unfortunately Ezreal is not quite, you know, fitting the bar. Does have Cull that's about to complete. That's going to be a lot of gold coming his way, and then maybe you put the Cull into completing your Muramana, and that's the big damage spike that, you know, turns things around. Who knows? Cull still 8 away. Does complete the Muramana, immediately gets, or the Mana Moon, gets the Muramana off of it. And so that is a pretty big power spike. He's still got 8 minions to go on the Cull, so maybe that's going to go into, I guess, Blade of the Ruined King, whatever you want to get next. It's still looking good off that power spike for Ezreal. You have a power spike for Syndra with both Sorcerer's Shoes and some extra movement speed, which is good to keep herself from getting caught out. But the Luden's Echo completed there as well. So we got a lot of items being completed. All that to say, the one big difference, oh man, forcing the flash out of Troncat lulz. That guy was coming in for the flank, and they're just like, no, son. You get back out of here. You come back in the way that the rest of the people do. Forced the flash away, and now maybe with that defensive flash, a little bit of offensive pressure starting to form here for Southern Illinois. I feel like a weatherman. It's like, we've got an offensive pressure system moving into the mid lane. It's probably going to be there for you know, the remainder of the week. No, just kidding. Troncat lulz, now he's running in on him. Man, blue build Ezreal is so good at dealing with Udyr. Even though he's got the slow resistance from his swiftness boots, still super great at just hitting him with the buck and stopping him before he gets too far in. There's the Syndra ult. No ignite. That is just the grievous wounds. Oh, the True Shot Barrage Patrical with the Sniperino, man. He's putting up some numbers. And I mean, it only took him 23 minutes, but he's finally on the board there with his first kill. A snipe on Uncle Sam means no more freedom out there. The third dragon in the game, second one for the team, goes over to Southern Illinois, man. Big play being made right when it counted. Ezreal needs precisely one more minion to complete his Cull. Please give it to him. Please give it to him. And there it is. Cull completed. A big burst of gold there. He's got almost 1,200, but no, do not overextend here. This could be a little bit rough. There's the explosive cast. It actually knocks Udyr closer. No, that was not the plan, man. Madrigal is dishing out a lot of damage though, but needs to be careful. Looks like they are going to get a little bit of healing coming down there off of that grand challenge, and everything going bad here for Northwestern. Although turning it back around with a double kill there for KC Royals. Forcing the flash away there from Madrigal. He's actually going to get the summer to heal there as well. The culling used. Will this be a turnaround? Ezreal definitely has some turnaround potential. The Arcane Shift into the shutdown. But it is going to be a 1-for-1 trade because he Arcane Shifted into a tank line. Unlucky, or a part of the tank line. Uncle Sam was there too. He's just itching for some of that gold share. Got some of the experience, but Trundle now 4-0 and 2. That Trundle is massive. Okay, taking a little bit of time to chill out here for a second. Got some epic Wraith Raptor Camp farm. I still call it Wraith Camp. It's been, what, like 3 seasons since those were raids, and I still call it Wraith Camp. Hashtag never forget. Immediately pop. I really wish they would change that about the Razor Sharp buff from the Raptor Camp. Like, it pops on, like, obvious wards. Like, if you see a pink ward, you actually can't clear it if you have Raptor or Razor Sharp without killing the ward itself. Now, Dredge Line in a little bit of a rough spot. The damage lineup is not there to capitalize. Teleport forced out, and Dredge Line survives. That's actually a net win for the for Southern Illinois, because they did force out that teleport. Their support's very low, but they might need Taburu to teleport in here. Baron not actually that low right now, so teleport will be coming in. And I think that's all they really wanted to. Death Sentence though does land onto Ezreal. Needs to Arcane Shift backwards. He is ignited, so he needs to keep running just to make sure he stays alive there. Uncle Sam on the board with a kill. There's the repose. Taburu though will go down there, trying to turn it back around. There's one kill at least with Wafflemeister picking it up, but this fight is not going well. Oh no, the shutdown, the Arcane Shift back in. It's gonna be the turnaround, the body slam, and this barrel for the kill and an ace. What a fight. What are we watching? Let's go ahead and get a quick instant replay on that fight. So, if I can, in fact, get a quick instant replay on that fight. We're going to see everybody grouping up. We're going to see the teleport start to come in. It starts getting channeled after they chunk out the support. It's going to get channeled in here, and here we go. So let's go ahead and work this one down. Immediately, the Saltifier, he's out of there. But the big problem is that while Casey Royal dies in the back to Baron, most likely, yeah, Baron takes him out. So Baron actually kills Lucian. Really good play here by Pedriacal to both drop low and still be effective here in the fight. Taburo goes down, and this is when things start to get a little bit nutso. Wafflemeister has a ton of damage, but not necessarily a ton of tankiness, because Uncle Sam can just kill him. But this Sniperino to take out Grandly Derp keeps him from getting healed by the death of former teammates. The Arcane shift in, super big, and then Uncle Sam kind of gets outplayed there. The body slam into the barrel blast. Haha, PK leader able to close out that fight, and what a game we have on our hands. 13 to 13 in kills, and these are the kind of game threes that we're digging. Gold count is still relatively even, but the big difference is going to come in turrets. Now that big difference is going to be a little bit of a smaller difference once this turret goes down here in the mid lane. But holy cow, this game is starting to get a little bit crazy. With that second tier turret in the mid lane going down, what that does is it essentially opens up both sides of the jungle, so that Southern Illinois have the opportunity to run through the jungle off of just pushing up any of their lanes and say, hey, we can, put up deep wards a little bit more securely, because you don't have anywhere to run back to. Like, the turrets are gone, you're less secure. All that to say, let's break down some power. Right now, top lane, I would say Grande Derp was winning that out pretty well, but Fiora's actually been able to complete a couple of very important items. She's got Lifesteal coming back her way for extended trades, and that Black Cleaver, which is really going to be good. Oh, the stun onto Uncle Sam there. He is pretty tanky, and thanks to some of that magic shielding and that Lock of the Iron Solari, he's going to survive alive there, but the fight still continues. Wafflemeister, look at that scatter the weak! Everybody must be weak, because he is definitely scattering them. A 4-man stun off of that. Absolutely brutal. Disengages the team. And no Baron here, please. Just chill out, back off. You did your damage. Nobody died. Heading back to base for some refills. Dredgelining himself away from getting caught out again. I'd say if there's one thing about Dredgeline, it's that I guess maybe he lives up to his name, but he's definitely in there, getting caught quite a few times. Now, Fiora coming back from base. There's True Shot Barrage. Fiora will not be here for this fight. The Dredgeline, or the Death Sentence, though, will hit there. The PK leader out of here. Grande Derp there with the kill. Fiora still not there, available for the fight there. Trying to turn back around with damage, but Cassidy just does not take damage with that Abyssal Scepter being completed. And this is going to be a complete rout for Southern Illinois. Fiora gets there just in time to die. Is not going to be able to come out of this one alive. Nice parry or riposte or whatever fencing move that is called, but full 5-man ace, and Baron does it again. They don't even take the Baron buff, they just kill every champion. And with 30-second death timers, this is probably going to be at least an inhibitor, if not the game. There is a huge wave of minions behind them, and things are not looking good. Do they make the call to disengage? They do. The game continues. Northwestern would have been questionable. They definitely could have fought that out and tried to make a play to winning the game. But as is, they do not get greedy. They do back away, and Northwestern take a pretty significant lead after what was a crazy Baron fight. I say crazy as in you probably shouldn't do that. Southern Illinois walking in one by one. They didn't have their top laner. They got Zerg down, and Uncle Sam, man, you gotta stop ulting that guy, Wafflemeister. He does not take damage from your ultimate ability. You have no Void Staff. Once again, you are not gonna deal damage to the majority of this lineup. There's tons of magic resistance. Like, literally so much magic resistance. Syndra, Gotta get that void staff action online. And to his credit, okay, actually, I thought he actually had a little bit more gold in the inventory. But yeah, it's gonna be a long time until Syndra does damage again. And I don't know, I mean, Deathcap's a great item, Luden's is a great item, but you need a void staff at some point. I have to feel like going for void staff ahead of Deathcap would have been the better buy. I mean, even just the Maw of Malmortius on Casey Royals is pretty good at dealing with Syndra damage. And here we go, Baron Nashor, attempt number, I think, 3 we're at. And this time, everyone is going to be here. Trying to go for the True Shot Barrage. It's smote away there. Troncat Lulz does secure that Baron buff for Northwestern. But now we got to watch Taburu there in the back. He's actually going to get into the front. He's dropping down pretty low, does get the riposte, but he's actually going to die by running straight to the back. Look at this Baron pit. It's all grouped up there, but it does not look like things are going well for Southern Illinois. They will go down 1, 2, 3... Looking for 4, Patriacal. Oh, the death sentence. It does get him. He's knocked right back into a quadra kill. Granted, Derp, so close, and yet so far. A teleport into the base, though, combined with Baron buff and some super minions, will be the end of the game off a Granted Derp quadra kill. 10, 1, and 9 is his final score, as both of these Nexus turrets will fall, and Northwestern University, at 32 minutes, will take down the Nexus in dominant fashion and win game number 3 for a 2-1 victory, 23-15. A victory so sweet after such a sweet series, and congratulations once again to Northwestern University for taking out Southern Illinois University Edwardsville 2-1. It's been a very long day, but I'm super happy that these days, or these games, casting, or this time casting these games, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching these games as much as I enjoyed casting them. That is going to do it for tonight, so I do hope you guys did enjoy it. Once again, a big shout out to our sponsors. You can see them up there on your screen: Brain Gear, Asus, Republic of Gamers, and Twitch for making tonight's stream possible. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we close up shop. I do want to let you guys know that we will be back on Friday with more CSL action, but this time we'll be moving on to the round of 16, so we're getting closer and closer. There's only a few weeks left of playoff action, so make sure to hit that follow button right down below the channel to let you know when we go live with more action here from the CSL. Definitely hope you guys think that it's worth it. If you do, make sure to let us know on Twitter. You can follow us on social media. You can see it right there on your screen. It's at CStarLeague. And of course on Facebook at Collegiate Star League. You can find us on, find all the information, players, stats, teams, whatever you're looking for, brackets on CStarLeague.com. And if you liked my solo casting, I certainly hope you did. I was also doing camera work and all of the production. Let me know what you thought. I'm on Twitter at Rapid Casting. I'm going to go ahead and throw my link in the chat, so I certainly hope you guys hit me up and let me know what you thought about tonight's games, because I thought they were awesome, and I hope you did too. That's all for tonight, so I hope you guys had a great night, but like all good things, must come to an end, so I certainly appreciate each and every one of you. All of you guys, thanks for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you again soon. See you guys on Friday. Have a good night.
When the